Would you prefer to hang on to them?
No, in this game, we wanted every possession we could get early in the game. The only one I didn't, there was one I didn't care for in the second half, but no, we were scrapping and fighting and wanted that loose ball. And so wanted to make sure we were rewarded with the ball by calling a timeout.
That free throw situation there at the end of the game was very odd. Was everyone under the impression there were 2 free throws that Washington was going to shoot there?
I don't know, that was an odd deal. So, that was a strange situation because everyone just stopped, and you would think our guys would know because we were fouling to get into that situation. So glad he missed it, and I'm glad we got the ball, but we didn't hit the shot. So.
And I believe you took a timeout, right, to set up the final shot there. What was kind of the game plan heading into that last shot?
Well, we handed it off to Devontae Lacey, and he ended up shooting it, which is fine. But if he didn't have that shot, we were looking for a situation on the other side of the floor.
Was it mostly the passing lane denial that bothered Brock in the first half?
Yeah, they did a great job of just denying him the ball. We tried throwing over the top, we tried sealing, we tried to do a few other things that we're going to have to improve on prior to playing them again. Anybody else that takes away the high post.
Any sense coming into the game, Ken? Obviously, I think you guys missed your first 7 shots. Just started really slow. Did you feel like, was it early nerves?
Well, I don't know. We just didn't look very in sync in what we were trying to execute, and I think that led into a few possessions where we had tough shots. And then after we missed that first 6 or 7, I felt like we did have some good shots, but we just weren't making them.
When you guys got down 21-4, did you say anything to kind of rally the players, or was it just they started playing better? Was there any special thing that happened there?
No, I think they just finally hit a couple shots and got some confidence, and that really helped.
Sure.
But I do appreciate the fact that they just kept, we dug ourselves that big of a hole, and then yet at halftime we're down 7 points. So I do think, to our guys' credit, they didn't quit. That's for sure.
Had a couple of crucial offensive rebounds they were able to get when you had the lead and had a chance to stretch it a little bit.
Yeah, and not only offensive rebounds, but deep post touches. NJ got the ball within 3-4 feet of the basket. And once he gets it there, he's really good. So we need to continue to work on our post defense and continue to work on rebounding. But it's hard. Our guys, all in all, did a good job on the glass to hold them to 7 offensive boards. But a couple of those by NJ down the stretch, like you said, those hurt.
Was Dexter not quite ready to go from the start of the game? Was he had the pad on his shoulder, or was he just trying to stay warm?
No, he didn't practice a couple days early in the week, and he'd been hurt. He took a hard fall at Kennewick and against Idaho State. And then he finally practiced yesterday a little bit, and but his shoulder's been sore.
I know it's just one game, but being against a rival and also the Pac-12, does that one make this one hurt a little bit more? Or?
They all hurt. If you lose, they hurt. We got to turn the page and get on to the next game. But obviously, when you play your rival, there's probably that much more incentive to just want to win. But it's not like this game was this big a deal and the next games are not as important. It's maybe like this and this.
Yeah. And you kind of does that kind of set the tone, I guess, getting the conference play? I mean, you said every game's going to be bad on this conference, but you think this one's kind of setting the tone as you guys get into the heart of it here?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of parity in the conference, and I think that's been, just in the short couple days, the different games that have gone on in the conference, there's been some really, really close games. So I think it'll continue to happen. There's a lot of parity. Arizona, 3rd in the country, and they battled right down to the last second, or 0.1 seconds, and to get their 2 wins on their home court.
Seems like there's been times Will DiOrio maybe hasn't shot, even when he's been open. Tonight, gets open, hits a few threes.
Yeah, that was great to see, because Will has developed over the last couple of years to become a decent shooter. And the way he was being guarded, he had the open shot, so it was good to see him have the confidence to go ahead and shoot it.
Do you encourage him, tell him, hey, they're sagging off you, feel free to go ahead?
Yeah, yeah. He's a very unselfish kid, and the three-point shot, he understands he's not one of the better three-point shooters on the team, so he doesn't look for it very often. But tonight, because of the way they guarded him, he had the open look.
The fast break opportunities in the second half, was that something you're trying to encourage, or was that just maybe taking advantage of, turnovers and things like that?
He was more taking advantage of the situation, and a couple times we got a rebound or loose ball, we were able to get it out quick and have numbers on the other end. So we always want to do that. We always want to push it in transition and see if we have an advantage, 3-on-2, 2-on-1, 4-on-2, whatever. And it's a lot easier to score in those situations than 5-on-5. So we're always looking for those opportunities.
Sure.
Coach, what will it take from your players to start executing a little bit better down the stretch now with a couple of close losses?
It's a good question. A lot of times that's on me as a coach. A lot of times it's on who's got the ball in their hands, making good decisions down the stretch. So when? I don't know. I hope sooner than later.
Anything else for Coach?
Again, I guess looking ahead to next week too, game on Wednesday, as they said on the radio, I guess, what are some things you take away moving into next week and preparing for a couple more conference games?
Taken away from this game?
Correct, yeah.
Honestly, I've not had time to think about next two games. I'm glad nobody got hurt tonight. I love the way our guys competed. Even when we were not playing well early in the game, we kept scrapping and fighting and trying to do the right things as a team. So we are not going to give up, and I know the staff is not going to give up on these guys. It's a great group of kids. We love working with them. They like working together. We're going to just keep going.